What secrets do these abandoned Olympic villages hold? Step inside the ghostly remnants of monumental dreams and discover how time, nature, and war have reclaimed these sites once destined for glory. Our first stop takes us to Sarajevo, Bosnia. In 1984, this city hosted the Winter Olympics, showcasing the world's best athletes on pristine bobsled tracks carved into Mount Trebović. The venues were architectural marvels, symbols of unity during the Cold War era. But just 8 years later, everything changed. When the Bosnian War erupted in 1992, these Olympic sites transformed into something unimaginable. The bobsled track, once echoing with cheers, became an artillery stronghold. Soldiers used the concrete curves as defensive positions, firing weapons where athletes once raced for gold. Today, the track is covered in haunting graffiti, bullet holes scarring its walls. Nature has begun reclaiming the concrete, with trees pushing through cracks and moss covering what was once gleaming infrastructure. It's a chilling reminder that even monuments to peace can become casualties of conflict. Fast forward to Athens 2004. Greece spent $15 billion building state-of-the-art Olympic facilities, promising these venues would benefit citizens for generations. The opening ceremony dazzled the world, but then came the Greek economic crisis. Within years, maintenance budgets evaporated. The Olympic baseball stadium? Abandoned, with weeds overtaking the diamond. The kayak slalom course? Drained and crumbling. Swimming pools that hosted Michael Phelps' historic performances now sit empty, their tiles cracked and fading. Here's the unexpected twist. Some Athens venues found new life as refugee housing during Europe's migration crisis. The Hellinikon Olympic Complex, once home to hockey and baseball, became a makeshift camp sheltering thousands fleeing war-torn countries. The very facilities built to celebrate international unity became literal shelters for those seeking safety. It's a powerful, unintended legacy that Greece never anticipated. Rio de Janeiro promised the Olympics would transform Brazil. The 2016 Games showcased stunning venues against the backdrop of Copacabana Beach and Christ the Redeemer. But Rio's abandonment happened shockingly fast, within just 1 year. The Maracanã Stadium, which hosted the opening ceremony, fell into disrepair with vandalized seats and a dried-up playing field. The Olympic Aquatics Stadium, completely dismantled because maintaining it was too expensive. The diving pool that turned mysteriously green during competition, remember that viral moment, was eventually drained and abandoned. Why so rapid? Brazil's economic downturn, corruption scandals, and lack of post-Olympic planning created the perfect storm. The government spent $13 billion on venues with no sustainable use plans. Athletes' housing units intended to become luxury apartments sat unsold, windows broken, infrastructure failing. Now we travel back to the most controversial Olympics. Berlin 1936, hosted by Nazi Germany. Hitler built the Olympic Village as propaganda, showcasing supposed Aryan superiority to the world. The village housed 4,000 athletes in what was then cutting-edge accommodation. But after Jesse Owens shattered Hitler's racial theories by winning 4 gold medals, the games ended, and the village's true purpose emerged. During World War II, the site became a military hospital, then a Soviet army base after Germany's defeat. For decades, it remained off-limits, hidden behind the Iron Curtain. When the Soviets finally left in 1992, explorers discovered a time capsule crumbling buildings with Soviet-era murals painted over Nazi symbols, abandoned barracks, and eerie reminders of 2 totalitarian regimes. Today, limited structures remain, some converted into museums, others left to decay as warnings against propaganda and authoritarianism. The site stands as a haunting intersection of Olympic idealism and humanity's darkest chapters. Across all these sites, one force proves unstoppable: nature. Vines crawl up Sarajevo's bobsled track, Trees burst through Athens's stadium floors. Rio's pools fill with rainwater and algae. Berlin's buildings crumble under decades of weather and neglect. These abandoned Olympic villages reveal an uncomfortable truth. The Games often prioritize spectacle over sustainability. Host cities spend billions on infrastructure used for just 16 days, then struggle with the aftermath for decades. But there's also beauty in these ruins. They remind us that nature always wins, that human ambition is temporary, and that the true Olympic legacy isn't always what we intend. What do you think should happen to abandoned Olympic sites? Should they be demolished, preserved as monuments, or left for nature to reclaim? Drop your thoughts below, and subscribe to GeoThings for more awesome videos and fun facts.